Здравствуйте, уважаемые игроки и зрители моего канала. Мы продолжаем с вами проходить игру под названием «Игра престолов». Так, в прошлой серии мы поговорили с Валаром, посмотрели на сцену, которая происходила у нас тут. Как убили эту женщину. Так, теперь давайте-ка поговорим вот с этим человеком.
Tell me, I saw you in the hands of the gold cloaks earlier. You are a servant of Gawain, are you not?
Leave me be. I've done nothing wrong. I'm no one. I know nothing.
Calm down. I am not with them. I mean you no harm.
No harm? That's what they told Janna as well, while they dragged us outside. Poor Janna. She may have been a poxy bitch, who was always haranguing me about my heavy drinking, but she didn't deserve what she got. In the mother's name, she didn't deserve what she got. When Master Gawain sees the misfortune that has befallen his poor household, he will not be happy. He'll be enraged, more like.
About that, I am Alistair Sarwick, his brother. I am here to find him. Tell me what has happened here.
Oh, in the Father's name, poor me, Master Gawain's brother. 1,000 pardons, my lord. I didn't know. My name is Hub, your brother's groom. With all due respect, he did not discuss family often. If truth be told, he never mentioned having a brother.
How could it be otherwise? Gawain was not but a child when I left River Spring.
How so?
I won't dally on this matter any longer, groom, but note that I am here to help. Please tell me what happened.
The City Watch entered the home by force and demanded to speak with the Master, but they did not find him. It had been a long time since we'd seen him here anyway. He sometimes sent us instructions. We received a letter not long ago. The steward Lambert kept it. He knew how to read, he did. That's actually why they took him away. He knew a bit more than the others. The mother take pity on him.
That seems important. Did the steward mention the letter's contents?
Aye, he said that Lord Gawain was headed to King's Landing, and that we had to prepare for his arrival. But judging from the face he made, there was something else written, and not good tidings.
Do you know what has happened to the letter?
The gold cloaks ransacked the house. It must be lost somewhere in the jumble. I must also warn you that a woman's letter arrived the other day. Perfumed and all. Lambert made that one disappear right quickly. He said it was Master Gawain's private affairs, and that it wasn't to be gossiped about.
What did he do with it?
Lambert hid all important documents in a special hiding place. It's in his room, upstairs.
Interesting. With a little luck, the watch won't have found it. I need those letters.
Did you see the gold cloaks at the door, my lord? It's dangerous.
I need those letters, Hub. It is very important. Is there another entrance not being guarded by the City Watch?
Perhaps. The service trapdoor leading to the cellar behind the house. Would that do?
Are the men of the City Watch not watching it?
I have no idea. But it's Gawain they were interested in, not the house itself.
Let us go. Show me the way.
Very well. But let us pick up the pace. I've no desire to remain here. Watch out, my lord.
Куда он бежал? Ага. Уж это управление.
Here we are. Do you see the trapdoor over there? It leads into the cellar. Practical and discreet. I've used it many a time coming home from the tavern.
And not a guard in sight. Perfect. I'll take it over from here.
Once you're down there, climb to the ground floor. Careful, the cellar is somewhat badly lit. Lambert hid his papers in his quarters, in a small recess behind an old shield. The woman's letter should be there. As for the other, well now, I don't know what to tell you. Check all the rooms. It must be somewhere.
I'll find it. Not to worry.
May the seven be with you, Lord.
Так, ладно. В прошлый раз я забыл прокачаться. Надо это сделать. Так, вот так. Мечи. Что такое не качается? Булавы. Короткие клинки. Легкие доспехи. Блин, не качается. Ладно, потом уровень получу, прокачаюсь. Так, ладно.
No, this door opens onto the square. Not exactly a discreet exit. Our manse was ransacked. The City Watch really had a field day. I see. It would appear that my little brother developed an infatuation for one of Shataya's whores. I must pay her a visit. This Falina...
Давайте посмотрим, что у нас там. Одинаковая фигня.
Might know where to find Gawain.
Да блин.
Unbelievable. We have guards at every entry point, but there's always a rat who manages to crawl in. Come on, men. There's vermin to get rid of here.
Давай руби их. Давай, давай. Давай, ты сможешь. Давай, добивай его. Зараза. А, все, молодец. Фу. Это было жестко. Так, мы справились. Так, нам сейчас надо отсюда выбраться. Тем же путем. Так, ладно. Ух ты, какое же тут управление все это. Так, значит, мне надо как-то туда попасть, да? письмовочкам. Блин. С этим веселым управлением. Так, так, так. Шустро, однако.
Now here's a visitor who brings back pleasant memories. Is that really you, Sir Alistair?
It has been a long time, Shataya.
It has been years since you honored us with your presence. It's been so long, I thought you'd lost interest in houses of pleasure.
You weren't wrong about that. My eyes have been opened to the light of Relore, and I took up the red robes of priesthood.
The gods gave us voices with which to sing their praises, hands to build their temples, and desire to honor them through our lovemaking.
You haven't changed, Shataya, but I have.
Excellent. If there's anything I can do to lighten your worries, it would be my pleasure. Just ask.
I'm looking for a certain Falena. Is she one of the girls in this house?
Falena is one of my most enchanting girls, and she is well educated. She will be just impertinent enough to please you, my dear. I'm surprised that you know her.
I learned that she was, rather close to my brother.
Of course. I should have known. Gowan very much enjoyed Falena's attentions. Would you care to spend some time in her pleasant company?
It would be a pleasure.
Do go upstairs. Her room is at the end of the corridor on the left. She has been rather sad as of late. Perhaps you will succeed in comforting her.
I'll see what I can do.
Так, что-то она еще хочет сказать, нет?
Yes, Sir Alistair? Is there anything else you want of me?
Not for the time being. I must leave you, Shataya.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. Please come back when you are less preoccupied.
Так, значит,
One of Chataya's old lovers.
Oh, intriguing. Do you think we can...
что-то
Of course,
управление.
if he wants it. But someone has to do it with him.
Здесь мы никуда не пойдем. Ах, это управление такое дурацкое.
Is there something I could do to make my lord feel more comfortable?
Lots of things, my dear, lots of things. But I'm in no haste.
Так, что у них тут ничего нет? Капец.
My sweet lord.
Fillies in all of the Seven Kingdoms. Look at that one there. One little jiggle from her, and I'll need to change my breeches.
Да.
Perhaps my handsome lord would prefer it if I played with Ashmire.
Так, здесь ничего нет.
Many pardons, my lord, but are you not Sir Alistair Sarwick? I heard tell that you had returned to the Seven
What is-
Kingdoms.
Indeed. You appear to know much
You.
about me. To whom do I have the
Тут мы
honor of
встретили
speaking?
первого
I
персонажа.
realize that my
Serial.
impromptu intervention might have
Правда,
startled
только
you, my
персонажа
lord,
не
but
видно,
pray,
их разобрать.
do not take umbrage. The return of a war hero could not help but attract my attention, particularly when his return proves to be so ostentatious.
I won no honors in the war, just scars. But you have yet to introduce yourself.
Your modesty does you honor, my lord. You forged quite a name for yourself fighting for King Robert in his rebellion. Excuse my rudeness. I've not yet told you my name. I am Lord Varys, and I hope you will count me as a friend. We never crossed paths 15 years ago, but perhaps you have heard of me?
Lord Varys. Oh yes, I know you. You were Master of Whisperers to old King Aerys Targaryen. I did not recognize you, disguised as you are. I remember a more elegant man of the court.
Well, I am delighted to hear that. Let us simply say that I sometimes prefer to go unnoticed.
You haven't changed. Already in the time of Aerys, it was said that you had eyes in every court in Westeros, and that you knew everything about everyone. We rebels called you the Spider. Some of our lords were wary of you. You made some enemies along the way.
Alas, the people of the Seven Kingdoms have little affection
В этом
for
отношении
you.
похож на
All of those noble knights and grand lords are loath to risk their reputations with informers and spies. But in the Game of Thrones, information is power. Those who most despise us are often the first to benefit from our whispers.
Please pardon my curiosity, Lord Varys, but I find it surprising to see a person of your ilk frequenting houses of ill repute.
Well, there are 1,000 little nothings to be learned in this sort of establishment. Whores make men talkative, you understand. And since King Robert was kind enough to keep me in my position, I have much to do here.
It would really surprise me if our meeting were purely chance.
Indeed, but my intentions are good. I wanted to discuss the Baratheon rebellion.
Why not? There is one question that I've never been able to be free of. Do you believe that the rebellion was a good thing, after all is said and done? Is King Baratheon a better king than Targaryen?
Old King Aerys was mad, my lord. Mad and cruel. That no one can deny. His habit of burning the great people of the kingdom alive could only bring him to ruin. After that, any idiot could have passed for a good king. As for his majesty, Robert, his subjects loved him. Of that I have little doubt. But he pays little heed to matters of the realm and remains blind to the enemies around him. I fear that a new storm brews on the horizon. Does that knowledge make you regret your part in the rebellion?
No. The causes and consequences of the war mattered little to me at the time. My only concern was to obey Tywin Lannister, my liege lord. Had he ordered me to fight alongside the followers of Targaryen, I would have gone with him without hesitation.
I understand. You were just one young knight amongst hundreds of others, and Tywin Lannister was always a demanding master. He dragged you into that war, and you carried out your duty as a bannerman.
At the time, Lord Tywin wanted a foot in each camp. When he ordered us to fight for Robert, I chose to follow his orders, yes.
Why such bitterness, my friend? You fought valiantly. And, more importantly, you were on the winning side. You could have brought renown, fortune, and glory to your house, if you had so wished. And yet, when the time came to reap the benefits of your efforts, you turned away and left Westeros. I admit that I do not understand why.
The rebellion was not nearly as noble as it is portrayed in the tales and songs. You yourself know that. It is one thing to face an armed enemy. It is quite another to attack those who are already vanquished. Let us say that the last orders that I received left a bad taste in my mouth. I prefer to go. I did not want glory won in that manner.
It was a courageous decision, sir. It is often easy to forget that it is our choice whether or not to obey. Perhaps it would interest you to learn that your old squire, Valar, did not spurn the honors as you did. Lord Tywin Lannister covered him in gold and knighted him to reward him for his exploits and his unfailing loyalty.
For his unspeakable brutality, you mean to say? I had the opportunity to behold his work again in the square. Such a wild beast should not be left to roam free, much less granted a command. It is an invitation to disaster.
Have a care, my friend. Sir Valor has become an important member of the court. He is a faithful supporter of Queen Cersei's. And he could cause you great harm if you were to make him an enemy. I strongly recommend that you avoid making such remarks in public.
Valar is not only my old squire, he is also my half-brother. He may very well be as poisonous as an asp, but he cannot silence me. Not today, not ever.
I hope for your sake that you know what you're doing, my friend. Now, I'm afraid that I must beg your leave. Please excuse me. I'm afraid that my little birds are always chirping and demanding my attention. Make the most of your stay with Chattia. I hope to see you again soon.
Откуда он вышел? Ванна. Горячий. Странно, никого нет.
You are Felena, if I'm not mistaken. Shataya said that I might find you here.
You are not mistaken, my lord. How might I please you?
A one-on-one will be enough to satisfy me. Preferably far from prying ears.
My lord needs only close the door. At Shataya's, the walls are thick and the beds are deep.
Slow down. I just want to speak with you.
Oh, in that case, it will be done according to my lord's pleasure.
I am Alistair, of House Sarwick. I imagine that means something to you.
Sarwick? By the maiden, you are from Gawain's family, are you not? Did he send you? How is he? When will he return?
By R'hllor's flame. Why are you so concerned with my brother's fate?
My lord, I know the realities of my profession. Shataya treats us well, but in a few years I will be too old to draw men's eyes. And what awaits me then? Begging or walking the docks? I wish for Lord Gawain to take me into his service. Not to marry him. I'm not that naive. But he has always been attentive and charming. He will make a good master. He and I have talked about this.
I understand your worries, but all of this does not tell me where he is. You recently sent him a love letter. You seem to be aware of his movements.
Yes, my lord. Lord Gawain told me he was going to River Spring in order to visit his father. Lambert, his servant, would send me news. He told me that Lord Gawain planned to return to King's Landing shortly. So that he wouldn't forget to pay me a visit, I sent him a message.
He came here?
Yes, but my message was for naught. He came directly here soon after his arrival in town. He found out that the city watch was looking for him. It was I who washed the dust of travel from him. He did not even go to his home first.
Well thought. Knowing that the gold cloaks were likely watching the house, coming here was a good decision.
He was very nervous. He hardly spoke to me that night. I tried to ask him questions about the patricide rumors, but they only made him angry. The last thing he said was that he would go to the Red Keep, that the Crown would hear what he had to say, and that he had more than one card to play. He left at the first light of dawn. I have had no news since, and the gold cloaks continue to search for him. Something must have gone wrong. What do you plan to do, my lord? The City Watch has searched for him in vain for days. Even Lord Varys does not know his whereabouts, and Lord Varys knows all.
If my brother went to the Red Keep, then that is where I must go. Someone must have seen him and will help me locate him.
Wait. This cloak belongs to Lord Gawain. He forgot it. Take it, please.
It cannot hurt, indeed. Thank you, young lady.
I pray to the maiden to help you in your search. Find Gawain, my lord. Bring him back safe and sound.
I would need more than the help of an imaginary goddess, but I appreciate the intention, as I'm sure my brother does as well. Farewell, Felina.
Так, ладно. Ничего нет. Ладно. Пошли. Блин. Дурацкое управление. Так,
There, that's him. Halt there! In the name of the Crown, I arrest you.
What is it I stand accused of, officer?
You're accused of murder. Guards from the City Watch were killed in your home just today.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just arrived in King's Landing. Men died in my home? Do you have any leads?
You're quite confident, Sir Alistair, but your story isn't fooling anyone. Several witnesses saw you leave your home immediately after the incident.
The King's justice concerns everyone, my lord, even people of your standing. Give yourself up.
What will become of him?
He will be stripped of his weapons and brought to the dungeons of the Red Keep. If he's found guilty, tradition allows him to choose his own punishment. He will either be sent to the wall to take the black, or be beheaded.
Now that's an amusing notion.
And if you should be foolish enough to resist, my men are just outside, and they would eagerly welcome a chance to avenge their brothers in arms. A simple gesture from me, and this brothel will be left in ruins.
Sir Alistair, I pray, none of that here. Think of my girls.
Very well, officer. I'll follow you. Courage, Alistair. Courage. A few days spent in the dungeons of the Red Keep won't be the death of me. They're bound to send me someone to speak with.
Капец у него. Все правая половина обожжена.
Hello, Lord Sarwick.
Lord Varys?
It is too bad these surroundings are not as pleasant as our last encounter. How has your stay been?
Long. I had expected a quick trial when the men of the City Watch came to arrest me. I was mistaken. You are the first person to come and visit me. Why are you here? Usually my only visitors are rats.
You see, the fact that you don't seem to care about yourself rather pleases me. Your escape will go unnoticed for quite some time.
My escape? Has someone decided to help me out of here?
I am here to serve you, my Lord Sarwick.
What could you possibly gain from that?
The balance of the Seven Kingdoms is delicate, and I predict more upheaval to come. It is clear that you have a role in what is to come.
Thank you for your concern, but I refuse to leave these cells as a fugitive. I prefer to await my trial and defend my name before the Crown.
You are quite the optimist.
I am sorry if I've ruined your plans. I intend to meet with the Queen. I must take back Riverspring and keep that traitor Valar from getting his hands on it. To do that, my name must be cleared. Otherwise, how can I plead my case before the Queen?
Cleared? You've killed Goldcloaks, my friend.
Who has accused me? One of Valar's soldiers? Then it will be my word against his.
I see. It may not go as smoothly as you imagine. Believe me when I tell you that it will be several more weeks before your trial. In the meantime, Savala will have wed your sister.
Valar is the one who truly preoccupies you, is he not? That's why you're here, making this proposal.
Only the kingdom preoccupies me, my friend. That said, we may find common ground.
I'm listening.
I can get you an audience with the Queen. Today, if you wish it.
I doubt that a fugitive would be allowed to approach her, much less speak to her.
You only knew Cersei Lannister as a naive young princess, dear man. Since her marriage, she has become a strong-willed queen with a burning ambition, well-versed in intrigue. She has been filling the court with her creatures for years now.
So?
Thus, the virtue she prizes above all else is loyalty, which she rewards generously. That is how Sir Valar moved up in court, and therein, paradoxically, lies your opportunity. Swear blind allegiance to the Queen, become her devoted servant, and she will give you what you desire.
And you believe that Valar will just sit there and allow me to thwart his ambitions?
Oh, I doubt that very much. It is quite likely that he will strike back at you eventually, but in front of the Queen, he won't dare to use force. Of course, he will try to remind her of her commitments, but she has never been capable of the same loyalty that she demands of her men. Impress her, make yourself more desirable than your rival, and you will win.
You're right. It could very well work. You give good advice when it's in your best interests, Lord Varys. How do you plan on getting me out of here?
As you may imagine, I have no desire to be seen in the company of a fugitive when I go back up. You'll have to manage on your own. Here is the key to your cell. Once I've left, you will leave and head towards the guard room. You will find the guard asleep at his post. I'll wager that he was served a particularly strong glass of wine.
Very well. And the others? Surely the king's prisons are not guarded by just one drunk man.
Don't worry. In the very depths of the Red Keep, there are paths known only to ghosts and spiders.
Are you saying that the throne room can be accessed through secret passages without being seen by anyone?
Indeed. When the Red Keep was built, King Maegor the Cruel made certain that the fortress walls were all connected by a vast network of secret passages. These passages allowed his spies to see and hear everything that occurred in every room in the keep. It is said that Maegor had every man who worked on its construction executed in order to keep the passages secret.
Apparently that was not enough.
Indeed. But don't forget, Lord Sarwick, it is my duty to stay informed. I am the only one who knows all of its entrances and the full extent of its meanderings.
I see. Then tell me how to access the throne room.
Pass by the row of cells across from yours. Look for the one with the flagstone on the floor bearing the sigil of the Targaryen dragon. It is a passage towards the tunnels. Past that point, be on your guard.
Very well. But do not expect my gratitude. I'm sure that helping me serves your plans.
I will await you at the end of the passage to give you access to the throne room, where you will meet the Queen. Good luck, Lord Alistair, and I will see you soon.
Так, ладно, убираемся отсюда.
By the flame! It's our quartermaster. So he's the one I heard yelling. May R'hllor welcome him to his light. Wine's too strong, eh? Obviously Varys truly knows how to live.
Так. Что у меня тут за вооружение есть? Штанцы только. больше ничего нет. Деться. Так. Двадцать три, это 20. Отлично. 180 площадь 34. Спагетти 96. Так, то 300. Ну все вроде. А там еще какая-то кличка была. Так, печати. Ценится. Так, ладно, будем на этом заканчивать. Всем всего доброго и до скорых встреч. Пока-пока-пока.